Hello guys and welcome to the part 2 of the Subnautica mobile guide. In this video, our highlight will be how to make the habitat builder and how to build a mini base that will help you start the game. So let's hop right in. Last time we repaired the life pod's power supply and the radio. So now our next goal should be to build a mini base, but to do that we need a habitat builder. To get a habitat builder, what you need is a wiring kit, computer chip, and a battery. Let's begin by making the computer chip. The easiest ingredient to get is the table coral, which can be found near rocks which are usually colored red. To get them, simply hit them with a knife and they will drop off just like this. To make a computer chip, you need at least 2 of these. In this case, I'll just bring 3 with me. Then we're gonna be looking for gold, which can be found when you break sandstones. Take note that sandstones drop lead, gold, or silver. Now don't forget, when exploring, whenever you see boxes like this or fragments scattered on the ground, always scan them with your scanner to grab their blueprints so you can build them later. And while searching for sandstone, don't be afraid to grab whatever materials you see that you may find useful, because in this game, hoarding is actually quite rewarded. And in this game, silver and copper are actually your rarest ores because they rarely drop from these stones. So whenever you get the chance to get them, grab them, don't waste them. And now our last ingredient should be the copper wire, which can simply be made by having 2 coppers. By this time, you should have enough coppers to make the copper wire, but if you don't, here is what they look like. Next, search for sandstones and try to get at least 2 silver, and then get back to your life pod as soon as you have it. With all the ingredients complete, let's begin crafting. First, we craft the battery, then we craft the wiring kit, the copper wire, the computer chip, and finally, the habitat builder. And with that, we can finally make our own mini base. Let's do that. First, you gotta find a good spot for you to build your base. Open the building menu, and the first thing that you will probably build right here is this thing called eye compartment, which requires titanium. So if you don't have enough materials, now whenever you click this hammer icon right here, if you lack the materials, the building will not complete. And instead, it will remain to be that way until you find materials. So let's go search some. So right now, I'm converting to titanium the scraps I have picked up along the way. I have also picked up some copper and some quartz, which I will need for later. Now, simply swim back to the location of your old base and let us continue this building. So right now, it's only a compartment, but it has no entrance. So in order to do that, you lose this stalker here. There we go. He's finally swimming away. Now, after going back up from the surface to grab oxygen, let us then build our entrance, which is this thing called a hatch. Now, in order to build this, you need titanium and some quartz. Now, you should grab some quartz if you don't have any. They are found in the caves nearby. So, after you finish the hatch, you enter your compartment. And currently, you can see that it has no power. So, therefore, it does not produce oxygen. Now, in order to solve this problem, all we need to do is simply provide it power. So there are many power sources in the game, but currently the only thing that we have access to is this thing called a solar panel, which we will need quartz, titanium, and a copper ore. Now, I may have a missing quartz, but let's skip the resource gathering part and actually jump to the part where I actually made it right here. So after finally constructing this thing, the compartment is now powered, and now oxygen is finally produced and we can breathe inside. I suggest you build the wall lockers first, as you need space to place your items that you have harvested or gathered. Do not be afraid to make many of them, as they are cheap because they only cost 2 titanium, and titanium is nearly abundant in this game. After making them, simply transfer all the unnecessary materials into the locker, and the only thing that you should keep in your inventory are your tools, typically your flashlight, scanner, and whatever it is that you have. So if you are wondering, how did I get this big thing or this thing called the Sea Glide into my inventory? Well, it's simple. While I was exploring, I just scanned many fragments along the way. But if you did not find the fragments for the Sea Glide yet, then here's what I suggest you do. Go back to your life pod and answer your radio. The first people who should be calling you are the people from life pod 3. So you should answer that and listen to their message. And after hearing that, their location should be uploaded to your beacon manager. So here, signal life pod 3. So Put it in any color you like, and then you swim to their location. There, you should be finding a lot of things like the compass, a data box, and of course, fragments of the sea glide. Now, as you play the game, always remember whenever the radio beeps like this, it means that you have a message and you just simply tap it to answer that message. As that message will help you progress along the game and will give you a little bit of guidance as to where you will need to go. And that's it for this guide. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. See you on out.